Wild West because you probably got about 5 teams that can win the West, right? You got Denver, who's been really good for a long time, with the Joker and Jamal Murray's back, and they're playing at a high level. They've been playing at it all year. You got Memphis, who's in the second spot. That's a very talented team, but I don't have faith in them. But you never know. You got Sacramento that's playing great too. They're in the third spot, but I don't really trust them. And then you got the Clippers, who, if you look on paper, you got Paul George, Kawhi, Zubac. They just picked up a good pickup that people don't understand. Eric Gordon, who's a 6'5" guard that can score. He averages 20 points a game. They picked him up late, and so they on paper they have a team that can win it all. The Suns are right there with that. Then you got the Mavs, who picked up Kyrie Irving to put with Luka. I don't believe in that, but for 2 months it might work. But they don't have a very strong supporting cast. And you got Minnesota in there, throw them in there. So really, any of those teams, I think, depending on momentum and injuries, could really come out of the West, because it'll take Denver's been the top of the West for all season, but they're not the strongest team. They're not.
Agree.
And the Lakers, if they get on a roll and get into a non-playoff spot or a one playoff spot, I don't know if I have a LeBron and a healthy AD and D'Angelo Russell and those back. I don't know if I want to play them in a 7-game series.
Right.
So that's a wild, wild west. So you can pick one. Everyone's looking at Denver now. They're thinking about the Suns. I could see them in the finals, but don't. Clippers are right there. Don't like Memphis. Don't like Sac. Don't like Mavs. So that's
you don't like Memphis. A lot of people, that's like their sleeper. And I tend to agree with you on that. I'm not buying it. I mean, obviously they have pretty good talent there, but Morant is incredible. But I agree with you.
And they're talking like playing the Warriors and talking about dynasty, and they haven't won anything yet. So I think they're putting a cart before the horse.
So Mo, if I asked you all of that NBA money that you have, which we know is like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Oh,
right?
just I can't even store it anymore.
Mo, you have to put all your NBA money on one team this year, and your wife tells you, "Okay, here's the gamble. Here's what we're going to do," which I know she would never do. But if she did, who would you put it on?
Well, let's talk about the East real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry. We didn't even get to the East yet. You see, that's why we got two minutes. Go ahead.
So the East is a 2-man show, right? You got Boston, your team.
Sure.
Really good. And they picked up some guys that people don't think about that are really good. Muscala, who's a 6'11" shooter.
Yep.
And they picked up Brogdon, who's a really good player.
Yep.
So they got better. The Bucks got better too. They've been injured, but they won 12 in a row. And Middleton hasn't played that much. And they picked up Leonard, who's a 7-foot big guy, and they picked up Crowder, Jay Crowder.
Love Jay Crowder, great rebounder.
He's
too.
like the PJ Tucker that they have.
Love Jay Crowder.
So that's a 2-man race, 2-team race. But then you got Philly that has Harden and Embiid. That's right there.
Yeah.
And then you got the Cavs, who was probably one of the best starting young 5 in the league, but they're still young. I don't have them in a 7-game series. So it's going to be like the old days, baby. The Bucks against the Celtics.
Yeah, I like Boston.
And
I'm biased.
I think whoever comes out of that series, not too banged up now, because if Middleton gets hurt, Tatum gets hurt, Brown gets hurt, who's playing with an orbit fracture right now, then it affects if you're going to go play Denver or Phoenix. But I got to go with my Bucks then.
Bucks to win the East and Bucks to win it all.
Bucks to win it all. Wrap it up.
Wow. Okay. Well,
all my money in.
Here's what I want. Okay, promise me this, Mo. If the Milwaukee Bucks make the NBA Finals, we're going to have a little viewing party. But here's the deal. Will you wear your Paul Mokeski Milwaukee Bucks jersey?
As a vest?
Yes.
I think I have some warm-ups I could wear. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it at
Jackson's.
Yes, at Jackson's for sure.
If your Bucks make the NBA Finals, can I get you to wear something Milwaukee Bucks jersey?
Absolutely, no
All right,
question.
we're gonna do that.
We're gonna have to order
going
a
to do
5XL.
God, that's gonna be so awesome. And then maybe we can get Anderson Hunt to wear his Celtics jersey, even though he never played one regular season game. But that's
he thinks he's still getting the game.
Mo, this has been a lot of fun, man. I'm glad we're doing this
man.
every week.
For sure.
I appreciate you being here, and we're going to go take a run to Arizona Charlie's now and have some fun. But this is going to be a lot of fun every week, especially as the playoffs are right around the corner. So I appreciate you being here.
And we can start talking March Madness, too.
Yes, and I didn't have to fight with any MAGAs either, which is awesome. Yes, there you go, baby. There you go. All right, thanks to Paul Mokeski.